Hello, I'm Dr. Terry Simpson. Recently, you probably heard the statement that losing weight is harder than getting off of heroin and staying off of heroin. Is this true? Is weight loss really that problematic? Well, to answer that, let's go to the studies. The studies that are out there about weight loss and what it might do and what it might not do. But probably the basis of that statement came from a 1959 study in a New York weight loss facility where 95 people out of 100 regained their lost weight. And those physicians concluded that it was probably impossible to lose weight with dietary intervention alone. Well, fast forwarding to the 20th century, we have more tools than they had back then. Besides simple dietary programs which they gave them, we have exercise, drug therapy, psychological interventions. We know more about the gut microbiome. We know a little bit about evolutionary biology, and we have weight loss surgery. So, if we add those interventions together, what happens? Well, doing simply a diet alone, buying a book, reading a book, going on a diet for short term, is probably going to be as successful as those individuals who were in that 1959 weight loss thing. You'll probably 95% of the time regain all of the weight that you lost. What about other weight loss works? Well, psychological counseling and intervention was thought to be one of the magic keys to weight loss, but we have actually known since the 1970s that it just doesn't work that well. In spite of multiple psychological and behavioral interventions that have been tried, from intuitive eating to behavior modification to psychological counseling, none of that has seemed to help and assist as an adjunct to weight loss. We know a lot about evolutionary biology. There are those who claim that if we eat as our ancestors ate, we will be thin like our ancestors. That's a logical fallacy known as something called a biotruth. Human beings also were not meant to fly in airplanes. We're not meant to have YouTube computers. We weren't meant to have computers at all if you look at that biotruth or that fallacy of thinking. And in fact, when you start looking at individuals who go on those diets, some individuals have spectacular success. But again, the long-term results simply don't show the work. We have drug therapy, but unfortunately our drug therapy isn't that good. And a number of drugs that we thought were reasonable have been pulled from the market for problems. We have weight loss surgery, which shows a 50% excess weight loss at 5 years with the lap band and the Roux-en-Y and the gastric sleeve, but that's 50%. And those individuals who have that recidivism come back, and they find that when you start looking at them, there's some technical failures to the operation, like stretching of the stomach with the band or the sleeve, or stretching of the stomach over the gastrojejunal anastomosis with the Roux-en-Y. All of them have failure rates. So what about exercise? You've seen Biggest Loser, you've seen these people, they're taken away. It turns out that a study shown that people can exercise and actually gain weight with exercise. They'll be more fit, but they'll gain some fat as well as muscle. This brings us back to the original premise. What are we to do? Well, the answer is changing lifestyle, what you eat and how much you eat, is going to always be a key that you can count on that will change your weight. Maybe not much, but some, and maybe make you healthier. The bottom line is you still need to work on portion control and eat less, but in a sustained, long-term manner. Not as a matter of a quick diet. When you look at a quick diet, that 95% number of failure rate is probably true. Long sustained, it seems to have a better chance. So until then, what about heroin? Well, it turns out the recidivism rate about that is around 22 to 40%. So even heroin addicts, their chance of getting off with therapy is a lot better than losing weight and keeping it off. So our conclusion is it's difficult to lose weight. It's hard. So in this holiday season, try not to gain those extra pounds. Try and just be aware. Don't deny yourself anything, but remember Thanksgiving is a day, not a week. For your doctor's orders, and happy holidays, and good luck with your weight loss, I'm Dr. Terry Simpson. Good day.